Good evening. The University Hospitals Birmingham and Heart of England Foundation Trusts are to merge, creating one mega trust for the region. It'll serve around 1.3 million patients across Birmingham and Solihull and employ around 20,000 people. But what difference will that mean to services? Here's our health correspondent, Michele Paduano.
Patients in the Cancer Day unit at Heartlands Hospital. It was business as usual, except what was happening was anything other than usual. 4 hospitals coming together under one management to make the second biggest hospital trust in England. Some patients feared travelling further for their care.
I think smaller ones are better personally, that you're better off having units closer to people's homes rather than one big one centralised where a lot of the time you have to travel such a long distance to get there.
The QE, it's the best hospital in the whole of mainland Britain, basically. I was under them with my leg and it was very, very, very good. And they got the top surgeons there and the top everybody there, basically. So I think it's a good thing that they should merge.
And this is the short stay centre at the Queen Elizabeth Hospital. It sees 100 patients a day and carries out 4,476 different procedures, and it stretches the length of a football pitch. Back at Heartlands, the chief executive who will control this empire was looking at plans for a £70 million centre here, which will ease pressure. She denied any cuts to services.
Quite the reverse. Already all our hospitals in the city are over capacity. They're seeing far more patients than they were built for, planned for, and so we need to find a way of providing more services for people, and if we can do that more locally we will. It's not a question of cutting clinical services, it is quite the reverse.
Not everyone has welcomed this plan. The governors at Heart of England were only told about it at 3 o'clock on Friday afternoon, and some feel they're being railroaded. Then there are the GPs in East Birmingham who are worried about their patients. Heartlands Hospital caters for some of the poorest and most deprived communities in Britain, but the patients in South Birmingham, Solihull and Sutton Coldfield may shout louder.
With one very powerful acute provider in Birmingham, it would be more difficult for us to stand our ground and argue for ourselves and for our patients. So there is a fear there, yes.
The Queen Elizabeth Hospital management says absolutely not the case. We're seeing hospitals come together to form an NHS superpower. Michele Paduano, BBC Midlands Today in Birmingham.
And Michele joins us now from the Queen Elizabeth Hospital. So, Michele, is this move driven by budgets or other reasons?
A bit of both, really. The issue really is that they thought for some time that there probably were too many hospitals across Birmingham, and also there's been something of an east and west divide which makes it difficult to actually bring services together and make things work better. It's also no secret that the plans to actually cut budgets in future are based on a similar footprint to the one that they've now got with Birmingham and Solihull, so it seems that this has been planned for some time. There's also a feeling that big is beautiful, so this is likely to happen elsewhere, and Dame Julie Moore herself said that she feels that they could actually save £3.5 million just by efficiency savings here. But a note of caution, when Heartlands Hospital took over Good Hope Hospital, that's when its problems actually started. So Dame Julie Moore, however good she is, she's got 4 plates to keep spinning at a time of greater NHS financial crisis.
Michele, thank you. Some of the families of those who died in the Birmingham